In prime time, Putin's chief propagandist, Dmitry Kiselyov, talked about wiping Britain off the map with a giant nuclear torpedo. But what is the truth about the danger called Poseidon? We could also plunge Great Britain to the bottom of the sea with Russia's unmanned underwater vehicle Poseidon, said Dmitry Kiselyov on the Russian state broadcaster Rossiya 1. And he did that on Sunday evening, as if predicting the weather. The explosion of this thermonuclear torpedo off the coast of Britain would trigger a 500-meter high radioactive tsunami and a wave across the British Isles, he says. A computer animation was running next to Kiselyov, showing that the destruction of Great Britain, or what that could look like. Kiselyov's contribution is just the latest nuclear threat to be heard in Russian state media since the invasion of Ukraine. In a recent talk show, participants spoke openly about the possibility of a global nuclear war that Russia could not win, but which would at least make Russians martyrs, according to one participant. In a TV interview, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov warned the West of a nuclear escalation, and Kiselyov himself had previously threatened the British with a Sarmat 2 nuclear missile. But could the Kremlin live up to the threat of a nuclear tsunami? In any case, Poseidon is not an invention of Putin's chief propagandist Kiselyov. The approximately 20 to 24 meter long unmanned vehicle first became known to the public in 2015. According to Russian information, the nuclear-powered underwater drone can dive to depths of up to 1,000 meters and travel several thousand kilometers, making the weapon virtually uninterceptable. Poseidon could be launched like a torpedo and travel a programmed route at high speed before its warhead detonates. According to Russian information, Poseidon can be equipped with nuclear warheads with an explosive power of up to 100 megatons of TNT. That would be twice as much as the Vanya hydrogen bomb detonated by Russia in 1961, the largest explosive device ever detonated. For comparison, the atomic bomb dropped by the US on Hiroshima in 1945 had a yield of 13 kilotons of TNT, so the explosion of a Poseidon warhead would be about 7,700 times more powerful. Since Poseidon does not produce a launch flash, like for example an ICBM, Western military might not even register its launch. Poseidon won't be operational until the mid-2020s at the earliest, writes military expert Jill Hurby, referring to the necessary modifications to Russian submarines and ongoing tests with the torpedo's nuclear propulsion system. The naval expert H.I. Sutton also considers the statement of 100 megatons of explosive force to be far exaggerated. More realistic estimates of around 2 megatons of explosive force. Of course, that wouldn't be enough to generate a 500-meter high tsunami. Nevertheless, NATO must include Poseidon in its strategic considerations, according to Sutton. Poseidon is a new type of weapon that threatens entire coastal cities and also Great Britain as a whole. It will also need new types of weapons to intercept them. And so it's not very easy to know anything about credibility of anything that we hear from Russia. But Sutton is right with one thing: we have to calculate in a lot of things we might not believe, but that might occur someday. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.